My name is Robert, and today we're going to be talking about the Particle Tracker 1 and taking a closer look at what exactly it is, how it works, and we're actually going to dive into a little code to look at the firmware and how Particle really makes this very extendable for all types of different applications. Whether you're making a micro mobility company and you're connecting scooters to the cloud, or you're tracking refrigerator trucks around the country, this device may just be for you. So the Particle Tracker 1 is a GPS module, so it tracks location, but it also does much, much more. Um, what this also has is an expansion port, which allows you to connect things like an OBD2 connector. Uh, if you're not familiar with an OBD2 connector is, on your vehicle, on your car, underneath the steering wheel, there's a plug, and that plug plugs into this. And it's something called a CAN bus, which is the way that all the little microcontrollers on your vehicle talk together. So they send information over that bus like engine RPM, whether or not the engine is on or off, fault codes. So if you have a check engine light, it can interpret this, and then we can send that data to the cloud to then have alerting, reporting, visualizations, and all kinds of really interesting things. Another thing is this is really a 4G gateway, and it's got Bluetooth. So you can have Bluetooth devices all around your vehicle, and this can take those Bluetooth readings and those devices and send it up to the cloud. We can send that to Azure for things like Microsoft Teams integrations and really a lot more. So let's jump to the computer, and we're going to actually take a look at the particle console, take a look at how we can send the data from this device to Azure, and actually pipe that data into another application to help with visualizations. So let's jump in. So here we're at the particle console, and if we come to products, we have a tracker product. Click into this. This is our tracker device. If we come to the device page, over here on the right is the last vitals. So you can see the cellular signal, the battery. So so it doesn't die on me, I'm going to plug it in real quick. And down here is functions and commands. So we're actually going to send a command from the cloud to the device. So to do that, you have this object, looks like this. And we're just going to say get location. And over here on the left, you're going to see an event come through. And if we go ahead and take a look at the event, it shows like when it was published. It shows the latitude, the longitude, the speed, the acceleration, cell percentage, battery, temp, some engine statuses from the CAN bus. And what's really nice is the firmware for this is very extendable. So we're going to jump into some C++ and really high level show how Particle really thought about how to make this extendable for either OEMs or businesses looking to leverage Internet of Things for their processes. So the firmware, this is code that Particle provides, and it basically handles all the tracking, all the CAN bus integrations, and allows for some extendability. So here we've got our setup. We're just basically setting up an instance of a tracker. And the part that I really want to show you is this location generation callback. So this is a callback. Let me make it a little bigger. So this is a callback that's called whenever Particle actually sends an event to the cloud. And you can see we have some values in here, and these are actually our custom values. But what you would do is you'd say writer.name, your custom property, and then you can either reach out to sensors with UART or analog sensors, pull in that data, and then now you can actually send that to Particle. So that's how this is built up. So what Particle also does is they have a first-class integration in with Azure. So if we come over here to integrations, here is our Azure IoT Hub integration. So we created an Azure IoT Hub, and via a shared access policy, we're able to send data to Azure. To take this one step even further to show how modular and shareable this data really is, if we come to mydevicespot.com, MyDeviceSpot, you can add data sources, and these data sources, you give it an event hub name, consumer group, source name, shared access connection string, and a shared access policy, and save that information from your IoT hub. And now MyDeviceSpot is also ingesting these events from Particle. And what this really allows you to do is you create custom telemetry templates. So what I mean by that is this object, you basically in this form, you can say temperature. You give it the key. So this is the key that's in the payload. The unit is C and the data type is float. And then we go down the line and we can pick and choose the properties that we want from this object. And then what it allows you to do is have this nice map where it shows, say, pump arc rotation here, and all this data pulls it in, and then you can view it in the map in MyDeviceSpot. So that's just a real high-level demo of the Particle Tracker 1. And if you're interested to learn more, go ahead and reach out and message me. We're really looking to help consult customers on who are interested in building and connecting products to the internet, and we're really leveraging companies like Particle IO and Digi to really help them achieve their goals. All right, thanks.